Happy New Year, Discovery Mountain listeners and families. Miss Jean here. As you make plans for 2025, plan to take your favorite Discovery Mountain friends along with you. Click the Shop tab at the top of our homepage to find the digital download option for Follow the Star. That's our most recent season. And you'll find the rest of the seasons there too. These MP3 files will go with you wherever you are this new year. Take your friends from Discovery Mountain with you on all your expeditions and keep exercising your faith.
Hello once again, this is Director Doug, and today we're doing another mini adventure where you're going to meet another actor that plays a role in Discovery Mountain. And today we're going to meet Naomi Boonstra, and otherwise known as Gummy to us who have known her for a long time.
Only
and
by my family, yeah.
Okay, well, I must be part of the family then because I call her Gummy all the time. And we're going to find out maybe why she has that name, which is kind of an interesting story. And you know what? Naomi was one of the first actors in the very first season of Discovery Mountain. So she's a veteran. Mm-hmm. And we're so glad to have her here today. And Miss Jean, who just happens to be Naomi's mother in real life, is going to ask her some questions, and hopefully you'll get to know her a little bit better. Go ahead, Miss Jean.
Okay, thanks, Director Doug. Yes, so as your mother, I get to ask you the tough questions, Naomi.
All right, sounds good.
You're ready for this?
Let's go.
Okay. Well, you have known Director Doug and his wife, Shelley, since before you were born.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so tell us, why are you called Gummy? Do you know that story? Do you remember why?
Well, I don't remember it happening, but I didn't have teeth until I was over a year old. That's the reason I'm called Gummy by my family.
That's true. And it kind of stuck. Unfortunately, some nicknames stick.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. There was a while where I didn't like it, but kind of just don't mind anymore.
Yeah.
Well, now it's out there for everyone.
Yeah,
great.
It's out there for the world to hear.
Let's call me Naomi.
Okay, we'll do that, Naomi. Well, talking about names, you are one of the first cast characters in Discovery Mountain, and I guess because your mom wrote the scripts, you were able to choose your character's name. Do you remember
yes.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So why did you choose Jamey? Do you remember?
There wasn't like a deep reason to it. I just really liked the name Jamey. It was a few years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then there's someone else you got to name in the program.
Yes, Gadget, because I always wanted a dog growing up, but we traveled and we moved a lot, so that never happened for me. But Gadget was sort of the name that I had saved up if I ever got a dog.
Oh, so you got to have a dog in Discovery Mountain, if not in real life. Yeah.
So when you get a real dog in real life, what are you going to name it?
Ooh, maybe not Gadget, maybe Gizmo.
Gizmo, okay.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. All right. Well, Naomi, I'm going to ask you some questions so our listeners can get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
So what is your regular job? You're a student?
Yeah.
What else keeps you busy?
Well, mostly I'm a student, but I do everything online, so I get a chance to come into Voice Prophecy twice a week and volunteer. I stuff envelopes and things like that. Mm-hmm. But also during the summer, I do something called literature evangelism or colporteuring, which is essentially just going door to door selling Christian books.
Okay, so that's your summer job.
Yes.
So, and of course, Voice of Prophecy is the parent ministry that creates Discovery Mountain.
Right.
So you come up here and you do some volunteer time up in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Naomi, so Jamey Simon, in what ways are you the same as Jamey, and maybe in what ways are you the opposite of Jamey?
Okay, well, Jamey... I think when you first meet Jamey in the first season, she's a little shy and then she starts to come out of her shell. Mm-hmm. And I think recently she's become a little more sarcastic, which I can relate to. Like, she clearly is very close to Jake, but she'll mess around with him a little bit, get a little annoyed, and I can relate to that.
You don't ever get sarcastic in the studio, though.
No.
Never. Oh, never. Never.
No. She's just perfectly behaved, isn't she, Director?
Absolutely, all the time.
Always. That's our story, and we're sticking with it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you've with you and with Kayla, played by Tamelda, mm-hmm. and Jake, played by Ruben Gomez, I think because your characters were from the beginning, you all have added your own personalities to those mm-hmm. characters and kind of brought them to life the way you chose, which is really neat. Yeah. So tell everyone, what's your favorite food?
You know, I could hear Kayla or Tamelda doing her interview, and she said mac and cheese, which is what I was going to say. So I feel like maybe I should come up with another one, but mac and cheese is probably my favorite food. It's a classic.
I would guess that a lot of our listeners would say the same thing. That's a pretty good one. Mm-hmm. And what's your favorite Bible verse,
My
Naomi?
favorite Bible verse is John 1:5.
Okay. Is there a reason that that's your favorite?
Well, it's talking about the light shining in the darkness and the darkness not comprehending it. Basically talking about when Jesus first came into our world, how we didn't even quite understand how amazing that was.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's a powerful verse.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, man.
A dentist.
No. There were
Well, because of the shortage of teeth,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Right.
There you go. No, there were a few different things. I wanted to be an architect for a while, but then I realized that I don't do a whole lot of drawing and I don't really like architecture at all. So I kind of put that one aside. And I wanted to be an astronaut for a very long time.
A long time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're not sure now. You are a junior in high school.
Yes.
So you have a little bit of time to figure
so
out
we'll see.
what your major is and what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we already answered this question. Oh, maybe not fully. The question is, do you have any pets?
Oh, well, I don't have a dog like I wanted, but I have had lots of betta fish for a while. Right now I have one named Kepler. He's new. So
He's beautiful.
He is.
He's kind of purple and white.
Well, when I got him, he was fully white, and then he changed colors.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how God creates just that intricate detail in his creation?
So that
It's
he'll
so
change
beautiful.
color. Yeah.
Yeah. You've had quite a few betta fish. Yes, you
Yes.
have. Yes, they're not the pets, maybe your first choice, but they're good pets.
They are.
So Naomi, when you're not busy with school and with volunteering and being here, what are some of the things you like to do?
You know what? In my free time, I honestly just crash. But I do, I get to travel with my parents, you guys, of course, a lot. So that's a lot of fun. But honestly, when I get free time, I basically just crash. So I like to read and I like to write. But yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen you just crash. So I know you're telling the truth. Okay, so let's say Discovery Mountain was a real place and you could visit it. What would you like to do there?
Well, I would love to fly on Blue Birdie.
Me too.
That would be really cool. I think I would want to meet Peachy the moose. Man, those are probably the big ones. Maybe visit trekkers.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you can picture trekkers in your mind, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I know Director Doug, you can picture it.
Absolutely.
I can picture it.
Yeah.
But if it were a real place, probably would look like some combination of
Yeah, because I bet
the ways we
everyone
all
has
think of it.
a different.
Yeah, I bet all our pictures are different.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, Naomi, thank you for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, letting our listeners get to know you a little bit better. Now, that verse that you shared, your favorite verse, it's from John chapter 1 and verse 5, and it's this: "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That's a deep verse, and that is a beautiful, beautiful chapter in the Bible. So I encourage you, if you're listening and you're new to Discovery Mountain, maybe you haven't spent much time reading God's Word, and maybe you don't have a favorite verse yet. Well, the book of John is a wonderful place to start. Just begin there in chapter 1 and read and get to know Jesus there. Well, thanks for listening. This has been another mini adventure in Discovery Mountain.